The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Samurai Productions. Rangers together! Samurai forever! In comparison! Yay!
That was probably the best we could hope for in terms of an opening. Anyway, in comparison, episode such and such.
Yay!
It'll be in the title somewhere this way.
A lot of people, including us, have been waiting for this one for a while. Power Rangers Samurai versus Samurai Sentai Shinkenger.
So, let's start comparing Sentai to Power Rangers.
Do that.
Where should we start?
We should start with as we always do with the opening. Well, they decided, let's just do the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Hold
song.
on. Let's just do the bare minimum.
Do the bare minimum. Let's take the Mighty Morphin song, we'll change the music a little bit, and then we'll just add the words Rangers together, Samurai forever.
Man, aren't we inventive?
The work that's on display here is just unparalleled.
Hey, at least they don't say their names during the opening.
No, but you see them.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Pretty sure they scroll on the
Yeah, like
screen.
you'll see the names.
They'll say like Jaden, but it won't you won't actually hear a voice say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all blurring together and just a horrendous thing.
And then we have the Shinkenger opening, which
It's good.
Amazing.
these two love.
So, at the start of what seems to be a very, very, very long pattern, point goes to the Sentai.
So much.
I give the point to nobody.
I give the point
Nobody gets a point on this one.
to
for me.
Shinkenger because I love it.
I'll give the point to Shinkenger because I liked it for a couple episodes.
Okay.
As opposed to the first 10 seconds, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, I skipped it every time.
Let's go ahead and get to the big one, Jaden and Dr.
Oh, I love that, you see, a long time ago, the boogers, or whatever they're called in this show.
Moogers.
Moogers, boogers, whatever they call them. There's bad guys and a long descendant of pasty white dude samurai who fight the bad dudes exist.
What? His name was Jaden.
Jaden Shiba.
They kept the name Shiba.
Yep.
What is your name? My name is Jaden Shiba. No, seriously, what's your name?
No, hold on. No.
No, seriously, what is it?
Jaden exists as cardboard.
Yeah.
That's his plot. His actor was roommates with the Black Ranger from Megaforce. I know he was roommates with one of the other Megaforce Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool.
That explains
It was great.
They all just stared at wood all day and like, that's it.
They watched paint dry and go, brilliant.
Brilliant. Jonathan Zacher was watching paint dry and was like, whatever.
But yeah, Jaden
Fight scenes.
and Takaru.
It's so avant-garde. No, it's stupid.
Jaden is bland.
Jaden is...
Takaru is just uptight.
Jaden is a pasty white samurai.
And Jaden has no inflection to his voice. But they don't really give
Rangers
a real good...
together, samurai forever.
They don't give a
Where's
real
my
good
paycheck?
reason as to why he's like that. It's because there's just legitimate no emotion, so it doesn't even seem like he's holding back.
Mm-hmm.
Takaru, on the other hand, you can sort of get that he is.
Because he says it. I can do this by myself. I don't want anybody else getting hurt.
They both say that.
Yep.
But one of them is much more believable.
Jaden has a problem with inflection.
Jaden has a problem with human emotions.
Yeah.
Emotion. What are this? But yeah, obviously the point's going to go to Takaru in this one. He's just so much better. A much better character. Has much better characterization, even though Jaden was just copy and paste. Once again, this is not against the actor. This is almost not always against the actor.
Well, the acting is terrible, but we don't hate him personally.
Yeah.
Nothing against
This is
him
not against the
personally.
actor as a person. This is against the actor at his profession.
Yeah. Ryunosuke.
In this particular thing.
Yeah. Ryunosuke and Kevin.
Kevin has one of the greatest moments in Power Rangers history where the monster that hurts people by telling them the truth comes up to him and says, "Blue Ranger, you're boring!" And he gets knocked back like 500 billion feet. And it's amazing because it's so true.
Yeah, when that happened to
Because the
Ryunosuke...
monster could have just said that to everybody.
It's true. When that happened
But
to
in
Ryunosuke...
particular, Blue.
When that happened to Ryunosuke, it was just like, you have a dad complex.
Duh.
But Ryunosuke also
I need to find that.
His actor is the one who really ends up selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He gives 110%.
He's hilarious. He's super serious.
Kevin gets 6. He gives 6%.
Well, every single episode of Shinkenger and every episode of this is the characters going, hey, I'm going to do my best. Yes, let's do my best. And then they go out and they try and do their best and they beat a monster. And then they say, yay, we did our best.
They gave as much effort as the goddamn writers and director of the show. Let's be real.
But Ryunosuke was just so much more. Especially because he comes from that kabuki background and his father is his father.
Kevin came from a swimming background.
Which is not a good comparison. But like an acting background might make it a little bit more believable. Especially because his movement...
Explains why he's always so emotional.
Yeah. I am here to fight by your side.
Yes, you are. Are you the Red Ranger? Can you tell because I'm wearing blue? I just wanted them to say that because I thought it'd be funny. Because
they've made jokes about wearing their color before.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's done it.
Also, in Shinkenger, they change their clothes a lot.
Yes, they do.
Like a lot.
No, in this one we get to watch a bunch of people wear the same training clothes pretty much every day.
Don't even get me started on the goddamn morphing sequence.
We'll talk about that at the end of this. Mako and Mia. Mako's a great character. Mia is a caricature of her.
Yeah.
Of Mako.
She's the strong woman who can't cook.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't
She's the woman who can't cook.
She is the caricature of the strong woman who can't cook.
Yeah.
She makes Kevin dinner and he's like, oh God, I can't eat this. It's awful. But I can't tell her that or else I'll hurt her feelings.
And then he lights it on fire. But Mako, as we said before, Mako is that big sister and she feels like a big sister throughout this entire show. Mia just feels like she wanted to be Mako so bad but didn't make it. Which is basically just running the script through a translator like they did.
A lot.
Chiaki and Mike. I remember nothing about Mike.
Mike, great. When he gets his arrow, he's trying to eat a sandwich, and the arrow hits the sandwich. His sandwich was like eggs and tomato. That's all that was on it. Do you eat egg and tomato sandwiches? Because if you do, please let me know. I'd like to know if that's a real thing. And then when he meets up with the Rangers, he's like, "You guys must be my peeps." And I was like, "Oh wow. What are they doing with you?"
Like, Chiaki's a brat, but he has so much growth. Mike doesn't really have
Mike
much.
was the bro version of Chiaki. He was Chiaki, but with like about 20% more broiness.
Which I feel like the producer was like, that'd be more relatable to the American kids.
It'd be more, he calls everyone his peeps. That's what he calls everybody. He loves
and then there was something about...
I love how he plays a video game where you're just like a bear fighting a ninja, and it looks like Tekken but on the 3DO. It's awful.
In the Shinkenger version, Chiaki actually does play Tekken 6 a lot.
That's one thing I noticed is that it's actually Tekken 6 he's playing. It's not some knockoff insert game here.
Well, that's because it's Bandai.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Bandai's like, fuck it, go for it.
I mean, advertise the game in XA, they play Tekken 7.
Yeah. They play Tekken 7 and G.
Yeah. Great game. Kotaha and Emily. With Emily, here's the problem with her.
Emily really was an airhead.
She did not
get kind of a clumsy yutz.
Really any focus on the fact that she, like Kotaha, was not supposed to be the yellow one.
It came up like twice.
And they never really do anything
with
it.
It's a different story. It's an adaptation, so I don't think they needed to.
It's a copy.
It's a
copy.
Eh.
With Kotaha, it's just like they really got into her. Like what made her the way that she is and her feeling of inadequacy and her overcoming that. They really didn't do that with Emily.
No,
Emily
the most character development she gets is in the Christmas recap episode where she's writing an email to her mom and she's like, here's what's happened to me and here is my character development over the past couple of episodes.
Lazy.
She's like, I like Mike a lot. He's really handsome and Nia and I have bonded.
And Mike plays for your team. Let's be real.
Well, he was playing a game about bears beating each other up, so hey, anything's possible.
Kotaha's great, though.
Yeah, she is.
Genta and Antonio, who I believe is
I love the
Filipino.
fact that
Yeah.
we have all these pasty white samurai, and now we have a Latino samurai.
But he's
No, we had
actually
a black samurai.
We had a black samurai.
And Mike was Latino. So he's
Yeah.
But
Now we have another one.
but Antonio is actually his actor is Filipino.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's Antonio Garcia.
Come
Antonio
to save
Garcia,
me.
samurai extraordinaire.
You
my
killed
name is
Hold on.
My name is-
You killed my sushi. I come for revenge.
No, my name is Antonio Garcia. You killed my career. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. Hey, my cousin Antonio, he like a
He-
samurai or something.
You know what he was
man.
in before this? You know what he was in before this?
What?
He was in Glee.
He was.
He was a warbler in
He
Glee.
was a warbler.
He was a background character. I'm sure this paid more. But still, they both
Antonio
suck.
doesn't really get a lot.
He was also a member of Ozone.
They both suck.
the layer.
It was a 4-member group, so he might have been one of them.
Matt got the joke.
You said the layer.
I know!
But yeah, Antonio.
They both suck.
I love Genta. I really, really do. It's like they tried to do so much.
The thing is, I actually preferred Antonio.
I love
It was a little
I-
more. I felt it was a little more pushed back.
Can
And it was awesome.
we talk about how Jaden and Antonio's child actors are even worse than their
They are
counterparts?
terrible.
How is that possible?
They are awful.
Oh my god, oh my god, it makes Jake Lloyd look like Haley Joel Osment. It's amazing. He's so bad.
He's awful.
Oh,
I
we're
did like
going
how-
to be friends. We're never going to be far from each other. I'm sorry,
He
what?
got
Who
drunker as the time.
Who let this kid on set?
Basically.
It's so bad that
It's like
it
they
makes
literally
it-
looked outside the studio, grabbed a random kid from his parents, and just said, "Here."
They gave the parents $20 and we're like, we're gonna borrow him for a few minutes.
He'll be on TV. But I was about
You
to
want to
say,
be a star, don't you, kid?
I'll give
Say
Antonio.
these lines.
I'll give Antonio this. It's the only backstory, and I mean part of his character that wasn't carbon copied from Shinkenger. He's not a sushi salesman. He's a fisherman, which makes more
He
sense.
still deals with fish, though.
He still deals with fish, but it's
Albeit
it's Americanized. It's the only thing Americanized about this fucking show. Oh god, bro.
Now here's the big one. You're good.
I need an adult.
No,
I am an adult.
Can't wait to see the sound waves on that one.
Kaoru and Lauren.
This is actually a tough one.
This,
No, it isn't.
I know who I'm
It's-
going to give this to.
Tougher.
It isn't for me. Nobody gets a point.
I'm giving this to Lauren.
I say nobody gets a point.
And I only say that I'm giving this to Lauren if only because her actress actually really
Tried.
sold it.
She tried. Oh my
And-
god. Effort.
She actually, especially because they didn't do this with Kaoru like at all, Lauren spent more time with the Rangers individually.
Yeah.
And there's constantly talking about Jaden and how great he is, but they're not even giving her a chance. And, you know, she actually likes Mia's cooking because she had nothing else to really base it off of.
Mhm.
I like Lauren a lot.
There was more of written about looking into her as a character
Yeah.
than there was.
Just her as a lord.
And then in Shinkenger, because in Shinkenger, she really wasn't a character, she was an obstacle. She was the issue of the week.
Mhm.
But this one, she was a new character. She was a person. They actually treated her like a person.
Jaden's sister. Yeah.
In this one, she's just the older sister.
Which
Makes more sense than adopting him.
Yeah.
But
But that's just Japan versus America.
yeah, again, we're Americanizing it. Heaven forbid.
But Lauren really worked for me as a character. I liked her quite a bit. The villains. Okay.
Can we talk about how the villains in the show have some of the worst voice acting ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the first monster they fight.
Hold on. That's just Neil Saban.
No,
Yeah.
but this one in particular, it's so bad. It's amazing. It's like if you got Mark Wahlberg to voice Darth Vader. That first monster is
I'm trying
like,
to
it's
think
like,
of
hey guys, what's going on? Where's the samurai? Where are they? What's going? What Power
We're
Rangers?
talking
What
about
Power
like Mark
Rangers?
Wahlberg.
What? No.
We're talking about Mark Wahlberg like from The Happening, right? What?
Mark Wahlberg
No.
in anything. That's him in a lot of movies.
True.
I love Mark Wahlberg.
I
But
do too.
But that movie especially. What?
what? No.
Have you heard about this article in the New York Times about the honeybees disappearing? That's this.
But yeah.
Come on, Rangers, take an interest in science.
The villain, Decker is probably the worst.
Science.
Or sorry, Master Xandred. Decker's also there. But Master Xandred is just like
I have a headache!
If you want to do an accurate impression of his voice, but you don't think you can get that deep, what you can do is you can take a brick, throw it in a washing machine that's running, and then just hold a microphone up to that, and that will be the sound.
I have such a headache. All right, Rita.
I'm so angry all of the time about everything.
He's just super discount Rita.
Yeah.
And not interesting.
He's like, it's like Rita, but with some Z
Well,
in
Rita
there.
was only interesting because she was funny.
And she was so over the top.
Yeah.
But with Xandred, it's just like they gave him nothing else
You had
to do.
Machiko Soga's performance to go off of.
With Dogoku, it's just like he was angry, but he had his moments of calm where he was actually scared.
Mm-hmm.
And
this one, he just has a headache all the time.
And he's not interesting because of it. Decker and Juzo. Juzo is obviously the winner because he's a sadistic bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
but I will give it this. Decker wasn't terrible. Because in comparison to the rest of the show, Decker wasn't terrible. Mainly because you had an actor with experience, haven't fucking been, look, it's Cole, which now is a little more of a red button.
Oh, so is Mentor G.
Yeah,
because he was placed under house arrest for 6 charges of indecent assault.
We'll talk about that in a second. But Decker,
wait,
they made
Mentor G or Mentor?
Mentor G.
Oh God.
They placed him with Dayu.
Okay.
They tied their stories together. Speaking of which, Dayu's American actress is like her human form is awful. Please help him. This is exactly how she sounds.
Yep.
And then didn't they write in a connection between her and Decker?
He was
her husband.
So they missed the whole point of the shamisen not being really connected to anything.
Well, they don't have to. It's an adaptation.
I know, but it just felt a little forced.
It felt cheap.
Yeah.
And they made it very different at the end when Xandred comes up and actually absorbs Dayu in that one.
Mm.
She didn't want to go with him because I finally got Decker back. Decker died, by the way. We'll talk about that fight in a second.
Yeah.
But Decker died. And then she gets absorbed by Master Xandred. It's much more reluctant in her case than Tayu and Shinkenger. With Decker, Kevin is the one who kills him.
Uh-huh.
Which
is
no.
Which, yes, it happens.
It's just like in this one, it felt, because the whole thing was explicitly set up between Jaden and Decker. And then Kevin just comes up and slashes him in the back and kills him. And
which, by the way, is not the honorable thing to do.
It felt cheap. And
that was not the honorable way. No, but it was the effective way. Can't argue with results.
And I hated it. To be fair, I hate a lot of things in this show. Mentor G.
I want to talk about the scene where he shoots the arrows and they get the message to become Rangers for the first time. The setup there for comedy was just too great.
Yeah.
Because you have Yellow on a farm with chickens. The arrow should have hit one of the chickens. The arrow should have hit one of the kids at the school. It should have hit one of the other guys at the swim meet. Everyone else should have freaked out, but the Rangers would have been, it is time. And they should have just left.
We could absolutely write a better parody of this show. And it'd be great.
We're already doing
it. Just writes itself.
All of that. Literally, my name is Jaden Shiba. No, really, what is it?
Jaden Jacobson.
I'm not actually Shiba, but the one who's not... And then the sister shows up. I'm actually Shiba.
Very funny.
No, you're
Seriously,
not. What is your last name?
Jacobson.
I'm sorry. Power Rangers Samurai Quest of the Weeaboos.
It is a terrible show.
Samurai question mark.
Like Shinkenger just has
Power Rangers Samurai?
Not to mention this is the fucking introduction of those Megazord only suits.
Yeah, that's a thing in this show. They have special
armor
pieces of plastic that they have to wear.
That's also
in
how
order
they beat,
to use their Megazord.
That's
Not
how
to
they
mention
beat Xandred at the end.
The sword is different to control the Megazord, and then you get the Shogun mode, which is the battleizer for this season. And it's...
It's Shogun mode, because we have to sell toys. Let's strap some plastic on you.
The toys were made prior to the show actually becoming.
Yeah, they had to write the show around the toys in this case.
No, it wouldn't be the first time.
And this show was not good. Zacher is amazing.
Yeah,
This show was fantastic.
Awful.
This show was... Well, I'm not going to say that it was just terrible enough that I would recommend it. It gets over the line. It gets over the line of being bad, gets right into the territory of being so bad it's good. So I would recommend Power Rangers Samurai.
I wouldn't. I would recommend a Bullet.
I'm honestly with him on this one. It's so bad it warrants even just trying it.
It's on Netflix.
It's
worth a look.
I watch Shinkenger first and then go watch Samurai.
Yes.
I say skip Shinkenger and just watch this.
I don't.
You will
Shinkenger's
laugh.
amazing.
But
I would recommend Shinkenger in all seriousness.
in all seriousness, I would absolutely. I actually agree with you on that. It's one of those shows just to watch, just to make fun of. However,
It's a great show to watch and make
I
fun
know what
of.
you're about to say.
it's I don't want to say predecessor. Is that the accurate? Successor does not cross that line. It's just bad.
And the fact is, we had to stick with this cast twice
Yay!
for 2 separate shows.
Megaforce and Super Megaforce.
That's a super mega win.
You just
This is
negated
also-
your victory.
Seriously.
Preemptation of the. That's not the word, but I don't care. It's also the start of the goddamn Super.
This is the first one to get a super season with Samurai.
Goddamn it.
God.
Yay! Thanks, Nickelodeon.
At least
Yeah.
Dino Supercharge wasn't the most awful thing.
Let us know what you think about both of these shows in the comments below, the comparison between the two.
Yes.
Don't
As
forget
always, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Become a
Patreon,
patron.
if you can. We absolutely understand if you can't. But until then, we will see you guys the next time around when we review, or compare, I should say,
Gil Sager in Megaforce.
in Megaforce Season 1.
I can't wait.
Oh god, I'm gonna need the alcohol. Bye everybody.
Bye.